Have you ever heard of a ship found adrift, completely intact but without a soul on board? This is the chilling tale of the Mary Celeste. In the heart of the Atlantic Ocean, in the year 1872, an eerie sight was discovered. A ship, the Mary Celeste, was found adrift. It was a puzzling spectacle. The ship wasn't damaged, it wasn't sinking, it was in perfect sailing condition. Yet, it was eerily quiet, as if time had stopped. The crew, however, was nowhere to be found. There was no sign of struggle, no sign of any mishap, nothing. The ship was simply devoid of life. This stunning find sent shockwaves across the world. The Mary Celeste, a ship that had set sail with a crew of 10, was now a ghost ship. It was as if the crew had vanished into thin air, leaving behind only whispers of their existence. So what could have possibly happened to the crew of the Mary Celeste? Let's embark on the journey of the Mary Celeste, from her construction to her fateful voyage. In the year of 1861, the Mary Celeste was born. Crafted meticulously in the shipyards of Spencer's Island, Nova Scotia, she was a beauty to behold. Originally christened as Amazon, this brigantine vessel was designed for speed and endurance. Her early years at sea saw her braving the tumultuous waves, sailing under various owners and captains, and earning her keep in the global shipping trade. Fast forward to November 1872, the Mary Celeste prepared to embark on what would become her most infamous journey. Under the command of Captain Benjamin Briggs, a man of sterling reputation and considerable experience, the ship was set to sail from the bustling port of New York City to the historic city of Genoa, Italy. Her cargo? 1,700 barrels of industrial alcohol, destined for the thriving Italian wine industry. On board, besides Captain Briggs, were his wife, their 2-year-old daughter, and a crew of 7, all hardened seamen. They were a team, a family of sorts, accustomed to the harsh realities of seafaring life. Each man knew his role, each understood the importance of the voyage. The stakes were high, but the spirits higher. The Mary Celeste set sail on November 7th, leaving behind the skyline of New York City and making her way into the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean. The weather was fair, the sea was calm, and the ship was in perfect condition. Everything pointed towards a successful crossing, a routine voyage. But as we all know, the sea is a mistress of unpredictability, her moods as changeable as the winds, and on this fateful journey, she would prove to be a most unforgiving mistress. Little did the crew know this would be their final voyage. Fast forward to December 5th, 1872, a day that would forever be etched in maritime lore. A British ship named the DEI Gracia, captained by a man named David Morehouse, spotted a vessel drifting aimlessly in the choppy waves of the Atlantic Ocean. As they drew closer, they recognized the ship as the Mary Celeste. The sight that greeted them was nothing short of eerie. The Mary Celeste was deserted, a ghost ship floating in the middle of the ocean. The sails were partially set and in poor condition, and the ship was taking on water, but was still seaworthy. As the crew of the DEI Gracia boarded the ship, an unsettling quietness met them. They found the ship's daily log, with its last entry made 10 days prior, indicating that the Mary Celeste had been abandoned for some time. The ship's compass and sextant were missing, but the crew's belongings were untouched. Personal effects, clothing, and even a child's toy were found in the rooms, as if the crew had just stepped out for a moment. In the galley, the crew of the DEI Gracia found something that intensified the mystery. A meal was set out, but it was untouched. The stove was cold, yet the food was still fresh, further indicating a sudden and abrupt departure. Yet, there was no sign of a struggle, no indication of violence. It was as if the crew of the Mary Celeste had simply vanished into thin air. The ship's cargo, 1,701 barrels of raw commercial alcohol, was largely untouched. Only 9 barrels were found to be empty, hardly a cause for a seasoned crew to abandon a perfectly seaworthy ship. The Mary Celeste was a ship without a crew, a floating enigma on the open sea, a ghost ship discovered adrift with no rational explanation for its abandonment. A mystery that continues to provoke speculation and intrigue to this very day. With the crew missing and no signs of struggle on board, theories started to swirl. The unexplained disappearance of every soul aboard the Mary Celeste stirred the imagination of the public and sparked a multitude of theories. One such theory that garnered attention was that of mutiny. Some speculated that the crew, driven by discontent or desperation, revolted against their captain. However, this theory was quickly debunked. The personal belongings of the crew, including their valuables, were found untouched. Moreover, the captain, Benjamin Briggs, was known to be a fair and respected leader, making the possibility of mutiny unlikely. Piracy was another theory that circulated. The Atlantic Ocean was a hotbed for pirates during the late 19th century. However, again, the untouched personal belongings on the ship suggested otherwise. Pirates by nature are seekers of wealth, and would have plundered the ship of its valuables. In the realm of the fantastical, theories of sea monsters and paranormal activity were whispered. Tales of giant squids or sea serpents dragging the crew into the ocean's depths were told. Ghostly apparitions and otherworldly forces were also suggested, fueling the eerie aura surrounding the Mary Celeste. The official investigation, however, found no evidence of foul play. The ship was in good condition, the cargo was intact, and the crew's personal effects were undisturbed. The ship's logbook, discovered on board, revealed nothing out of the ordinary. The last entry, dated 10 days before the ship was found, indicated fair weather and a smooth voyage. A meticulous examination of the ship pointed to a possible explanation. It was discovered that the Mary Celeste was carrying barrels of alcohol, 9 of which were found empty. Some proposed that an alcohol explosion might have scared the crew into abandoning the ship, fearing a larger imminent explosion. However, no signs of a fire or explosion were found on the ship. Yet, despite the investigation and numerous theories, the mystery of the Mary Celeste remains unsolved. The fate of her crew is a secret that the sea, it seems, has decided to keep. Over 150 years have passed, but the mystery of the Mary Celeste continues to captivate. This ghost ship, discovered adrift in the Atlantic Ocean in 1872, with not a soul on board, has become a symbol of one of the maritime world's most enduring enigmas. The ship was in perfect condition, the cargo was untouched, yet the crew had vanished without a trace. Despite numerous investigations and theories, from mutiny to sea monsters, no one has been able to conclusively explain what happened to the crew of the Mary Celeste. The logbook's final entry, made 10 days before the ship was found, gave no of trouble, only deepening the mystery. This enduring enigma continues to stir our curiosity and ignite our imagination, a chilling reminder of the unpredictable nature of the sea and the unknown. The Mary Celeste, a ghost ship with a tale that continues to baffle, intrigue, and chill us to the bone. What do you think happened to its crew? If you enjoyed this video and want to dive into more mysteries, don't forget to subscribe our channel. Stay curious, stay intrigued.